My name is Tio. I'm a socialist, and I just wanted to briefly explain very quickly what you will find on the DSA-NY.org. Everybody will tell you it's not an official DSA branch, and yes, it is true, but that's why they don't understand. Socialism is what the member makes of it. So I am a member of DSA, and I would welcome you all to join and create your Harrington-style branch wherever you live. It is modeled after the French socialist bylaws, and the reason for that is the French socialists have been around 150 years, and they have figured out over the years how to be a big tent organization by including and preserving the minority voice. And that means you have to pay attention to that not everybody agree with you. And the way a lot of things I seen in DSA is that they listen, but they don't hear you. And that's what the big problem is within the DSA leadership. They let you talk, they let you vent, and I don't blame them directly because they don't have another model to look at. They only have the Democratic and the Republican Party model to look at. So how can you blame them for that? But at the same time, we need to look at something different, and that's what the Harrington-style branch is. So there is 3 videos I really want to go over very quickly because they're the historical reason. All those links explain how socialism has progressed over the last 150 years. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, it's socialism is just a stop on the way to communism. Let me stop you right now. It is not. It is not. Certain things happen. So the Socialist Party is also like the Republican and the Democrat. They have convention. They have big speeches. It's a lot of fun. But the difference is a socialist convention is centered around policies. The policies is what we debate in the branches. What can we do to give freedom and liberty to the people that live in the community? And that's what the left is. So the first video is really about the difference between the right and the left, so you understand where the concept of the left and the right came about. The second video is the story of the French Commune, the Paris Commune, that happened in 1871 after the reign of Emperor Napoleon III, and after Napoleon III lost the war against the Prussian or the German. That was the beginning of the Third Republic in France. And within the Third Republic, not everybody was agreeing to the Third Republic. And so there is a group of anarchists who took over Paris and ran Paris for 71 days. And those 71 days is what Marx and Engels used as an inspiration to create what today they call the Marxist idea. So the thing is, the Communist Manifesto was a book that he wrote to figure out how we could get freedom in 1800, in 1879. That's what he had in mind, because back then everything was controlled by the king and the aristocracy, and they were not paying taxes. And Marx had the idea, well, we need to control the means of production. The French tried that. I mean, we tried, and it works, it didn't work, etc. And basically in 1981, the French socialists nationalized the banking industry, the heavy metal industry, a lot of industry, and realized it's not that easy. So they say, well, we're going to put it back onto the market, and basically started privatizing or putting back in the stock market the banks and things like that. So a lot of French socialists are actually runs the bank, the largest bank in France. They run a lot of heavy industry. because managing those industries not as easy as, oh yeah, we're going to run it as a community. So uh, that's the story. The last part is the last video is there are two videos from two prime ministers, one from Sweden and one from Spain. The one from Spain explained socialism in terms of what happened to Venezuela. And basically, there is a phrase I like a lot that he says there: you can dress yourself in red, you can claim you're a socialist, but at the end of the day, if you respond with weaponry to the yearn of freedom, basically you're not a socialist. You're basically a tyrant, and you just use the name socialist for some reason. And that's what he says. But the problem is because this is a Spanish prime minister that says those words, a lot of my Latin American comrades don't like it because there is some tension between Spain and the rest of the Spanish colony. But anyway, try to listen to it, or otherwise listen to Olaf, who was the Swedish prime minister, the socialist prime minister, and he explained why he became a socialist by visiting the United States, visiting India, seeing that poverty around, and basically fought to change Sweden into, today everybody say the Nordic models or this and that. So this is where it came from. Then underneath you will have a few links about what happened in 1920. So in 1920, about 3 months after the war, the First World War ended, Stalin and Lenin went to basically had taken over the Russian Russia, and basically started to create the Russian model, and that looks like DSA a lot. They started winning election and things like that, and so they sent a letter, and they sent a letter to all the socialists around the world saying we're going to start a new party called the Communist Party. Who's with me? And this is what the letter, if you look underneath, where there is 21 conditions. So those are the 21 conditions to become a communist. You accept them. You start basically. This started the Communist Party around the world. If you did not, well, you were still a socialist, and that's the line I belong to within the French Socialist Party. If you have any question, give me a call. Call me. Send me an email, and I'll answer that. Lastly, right now in France, this is in December 2020, we're going to have our Congress, and because a lot of Americans don't speak French, I have used machine language software to translate all the documents that are being debated in France regarding what will be socialism from 2020 to 2023. So this is about building a program. I think there is a lot of documents that are relevant for the United States. So I put them there, see them, get together, debate them, print them, debate them, and give me some feedback. If something doesn't sound right, email me, and I will find someone to translate the document. They're usually 4 pages from French to English. Email me, and I hope that you will find all this information productive. Doesn't matter if you're libertarian, Republican, Democrat, communist, and socialist. I would invite you to read all those documents. You will see that in the United States they're relevant, and the idea is how to apply them in your community. Once you start thinking about that, you will discover that we have much more in common, and much more in common than you think. So enjoy them. Give me a call. At the end of the video, for those who are DSA member, we would like you to sign the document called Statement on DSA. An old comrade, George Fish, wrote it, and we're looking for signatory to decide to affirm what DSA stands for and what social democracy is about. Because this is really, a lot of people says, oh, DSA has changed after the Convention of Chicago 2017. Yes and no. It's like having a house. You work all your life to build this house, to build this communal house called DSA, called socialism. And suddenly a bunch of people come into the house and tells you, oh, we're going to repaint the house, we're going to drop a wall, we're going to do all that inside the house. Suddenly, and they say, oh, this is new socialism. And you look around and you're like, wait a minute. We worked on it for 150 years, and now, like in 2017, because you are more than us, we welcome you with open arm. You don't bother learning about it. You decide what it is. You lie about it. So basically, this is what this statement on DSA is all about. It's about reaffirming the social democrat value of DSA. That's what Michael Harrington wanted at the time, and this is what the story of DSA. So we would like from people from outside New York to sign the document, to join us, and hopefully we'll have a long, prosperous future ahead of us in the United States. And that's it. Thank you. Hope you find this video interesting. Oh.